Hello Guardians, it is Ebontis here. Gonna do another solo Nightfall run for you guys. Gonna do it with my Titan this week. A little less crazy than last week, I hope. Modifiers we've got on the Dust Palace strike against the Psions are going to be epic. Berserk, of course with Cabal, that always gets dicey. Small arms, bring your strong primaries, whatever it is you like using. Chaff, I would advise the Scout Rifle just for range on the latter part of the fight. And match game, enemy shields are resistant to all unmatched damage, so primaries are going to work pretty well on this. If you have a specific primary, say, you know, if you want to bust out something like the Fang of your Ute for the Arc Scion, that would work. If you want to use something along the lines of just a general one like I'm going to use, like the Cositas or the Hung Jury, or even just the regular Fatebringer, that's kind of up to you guys. Those all should work fine as well. Other than that here, I would just try to have a variety of damage types. So if I have an Arc Sniper Rifle, I might have Gallahorn for my rocket launcher, and then I've got Void for Defender if I need that as well. Yeah, it's really kind of your option. What's up, Diet Cola? Whoa, seriously, guys? What is up? Diet Cola, how you doing, man? Thank you for the cheer. Just kicking off the stream, and Diet Cola comes with a 500. Thank you, man, very much. So we are going to jump into the stream here in just a minute, but yeah, in general, just have a variety of weapon types. Diet Cola, man, what is up, my dude? Yeah, seriously, thank you very much. Jumping right in, kicking things off in style. Thank you very much. For your Defender subclass, agility won't be quite as required, so battle recovery and toughness, and full toughness should work there. At this one, I would probably go Weapons of Light, because you're just going to be trying to do damage to the Psions. If you're patient, survivability shouldn't be quite as much of an issue. Magnetic grenades can be useful if you need Spike or Suppressor to, you know, stick people out of situations. That's kind of up to you guys. Other than that, duration of Ward of Dawn, sure, eliminated for the bonus on damage, should be pretty good. Yeah, just kind of blowing me away here. Just kicking it right off with 500 bits here to kick off the stream. Thank you very much. So if you guys are watching this on YouTube, got a little thrown off here. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and jump into the Nightfall. Diet Cola checking it out live. Anybody else ever want to check it out live? Twitch.tv/Ebontis. And let's kick this thing off. See you guys on the inside.
According to Vanguard reports from
Alright guys, as soon as you jump in, get on that Sparrow and let's get going.
We better move.
So drive on in, whether you got Taken, whether you got whatever you have right here. Just try and drive by this little area. Helps to drive, you can skim by it a little quicker. Honestly, it's almost faster to drive right down here if you're on your Sparrow. Of course, you can run this part almost just as fast as you can drive it, so it's just kind of more for fun to see if I can. I seem to get loading every time I come down there on my Sparrow. I did switch over to my Hung Jury. I was doing it with the Cositas, and I think it's just a little slower than I want it to be, and I think this one's still going to hit pretty hard and fire quicker, which is what I'm going for. I like that quicker firing speed that I need. Watch these guys out here in the middle. Got some ammo. Just that speed, man, makes a difference. Find those Vandals, of course, all of those across the way. Pick them off with those headshots. Make sure their little shielding butts don't get too much fun out of that. Come on, pop him, pop. Really? There we go. Gonna look for that Minotaur who's gonna be apparently standing over here going to clock me. Not too bad, just get a few headshots on him. Looks like we got some heavy ammo over there, which is a nice little bonus. Take out all of these. Really? One more bullet? So once you've got enough stuff done here, you can go pick up your ammo, which is nice that it was kind enough to drop it all for me. So we can pick up one and not both of those. There we go. Save that one at least. Come over here, deploy your Ghost, and let's get moving. Doing this one in Defender. What's up, Cryptic? How is it going? And once that thing is done going, you're going to have some enemies spawn right in front of you, which should go down fairly quickly. Just a couple of good old Psions, if you can pop them, stop them from splitting if possible. The annoying one is, of course, going to be the shielded man down here in the middle. Now, you want to try and take that Vandal out as quick as possible if you can, just due to his stupidly annoying... Hi, how you guys doing? You're fun and personal. It's his joyous, wonderful... Well, of course, that dude's also fun with his shield. If I could just get that shield down, I would be in great shape. least I got some damage on him while he's still in the bubble before his shield comes back, because I know that shield is going to come back. I want to keep that shield going down. Again, do what you can to keep that shield going down. Watch out for those Vandal shots. Trying to still damage that guy while his shield is down. Speed. Oh, okay. Well, that was a little dicey, but survived it by, you know, some happenstance and luck there. Grab any ammo. If it's going to throw it on me at the beginning, I'll take it. Once you come around this corner, you may have, yep, a couple of these guys coming in. Careful. I think I'm pretty good ammo-wise otherwise, and we'll keep going. Now up here you're going to have some Taken duking it out with some Cabal. Pick off the Hobgoblins in the back, but if you do take out the Hobgoblins, watch for their little double shots. Pick those guys off on the roof. They're going to be a little pissed. Go for those headshots here. Good old explosions on all of these guys. Lots of fun things dying here. And, oh, come on, where are you at? Right. Anything left? Pick off the blights just so you don't have to get slowed down. And we'll keep rolling. Come up top and we'll see what remains up above. Likely to have some Taken, some Cabal. That dude is down. Now up here I'm going to have some fun stuff. Trying to go over the top basically on some of those. And just for the sake of survivability, I went with the bubble. Gonna have some Hobgoblins back there. They're little triple shots of doom. Keep using that bubble for fun. Not working. Now, as those guys up above have some shields, I'm just gonna go ahead and try and see what I can do with some rockets. Then I have weapons of light for that bonus damage. And I think that's a wrap. Alright, come on up. Let's go ahead and kick off the next section. See if we can do this one a little bit quicker than I did last time. Once you kick off this next section, you're going to be falling basically back down to the beginning. Sometimes you get an ammo box to spawn, which would be down here. That would be heavy, but it looks like I did not get it. So just honestly, you can come back to the start of the room and see where the enemies start coming in. Start taking out the blights. Those are never a bad thing to get rid of. You're going to have some coming down. Oh, hi. Got plenty of guys here. Apparently this one doesn't quite one-shot like my Cositas did. Because, yeah, it's like 2 shots on the Vandals, but close enough. And then just work your way around. You do have one blight above, I can guarantee that. Ah, you guys are cute. Nice and tricky. Coming up behind you there. Now, depending on what comes, be careful. Look for the blight above. Just take out any enemies that are up there. One of the good ways to do that, you can throw a grenade if you've got one, or rockets, of course. Or, of course, you got some guys that will come down and try and flank you. Again, use that shield. Ow. It is my weapons shield, so that's not quite as effective on those guys. If they go to smack you, back off. Better to survive. He's blinded, so he can't do too much right now. He's pretty much in a coma at this point. Good to go there. See if I can use my weapons of light bubble for a little bit of fun. Now, their shields do make things really, really annoying. I hate those goblin shields. There. That'll take out a few guys up there. See if I've got a grenade I can toss to somebody. Now, at some point, you're going to eventually have to work your way around to start picking some of these guys off. If you want to pop another heavy scent, if you've got that, never a bad thing. Now, watch the Vandals as you kill them, especially the Hobgoblins. Their shields are going to be something dicey. Watch those. But again, if you can use that. That's the big one you want to take out, is that big old shielded guy. Looks like I landed that one. Barely. I'm not sure who's behind me or to the side. Got another shield. Shoot him in the foot. Try not to die. It gets a bit hairy. It's the whole chaff thing keeping me on my toes for sure. Hobgoblin over there. Be careful, those hobgoblins hurt. Make sure you move in when you kill those hobgoblins. And apparently the blight is screwing up my refresh there too. Hobgoblins go down in one, which is good, but of course their triple shot's always scary. There's a fair chunk of them up there too. Now, depending on what remains up here, so see if you can cause a bubble to spawn. Take out those two. Should be getting pretty close at this point. Have some hobgoblins over here. Dodge their little triple shot. I think I've got one more. Where are you? Yeah. And we can head up top. Now, if you got any more ammo up here, never quite know. If you just want to move along, I'd run. So with small arms, this one can be a little bit slow over strike, so be patient, but don't be too patient. It's like I would say patience is the way to survive this one, but if you run out of time, it kind of defeats the purpose. If you have a wipe in there, unfortunately, in a bad section, that'll slow you down. Now, as you're going to have a fair amount of solar guys here, good thing to use is, of course, all your big stuff. Big one you've got? Oh, well, if I got rockets falling like that, yeah, I can use those a little more vigilantly. Man, they're just unloading them right now. Take out some Psions, find some other ugly guys in the back. I'll just, yeah, if you're going to throw rockets at me, I'll use them. Shouldn't be hard to do. These guys should keep following in. Find the hobgoblins. Find the Psions. At some point I'll get my full health back, but it's kind of glitched right now. Okay, rockets are rolling right now. If I don't die, I got a pretty good run of ammo right now. Check your sides. Check forward. Now, depending on what you've got up here, you're going to have some enemies way back there. So you can get those headshots where possible. And if you can get a nice little rocket headed to the back room, that'll hit most of that stuff. Take out some of those eyes at least. As you creep forward, probably hang over here. You can shoot those to drop them. Remember that. Just keep throwing the ammo at me. I'm not going to argue. And these guys go down pretty quick, and they count for nice explosive rounds. Acolyte is down. Alright. So at this point, you're going to have the next wave of enemies come in. You're 10 minutes into the strike. The boss room's through the door, but you got to get to it. Now here, I would save your ammo. Now this is the point where you pretty much are going to have to unload a little bit of Gallahorn. Just to make the next section work a little better. Careful on that one. Just because you're going to have to go through a little bit more unless you can actually take some of this stuff out quick without really knowing what's going on. The goblins get to be really annoying though. That worked kind of. Ran that one around the corner. Take out the blights. Now if you got more rockets waiting for you, you can get a little aggressive with the explosions there. See what you can throw around the corner. Never know if it's going to land on somebody who has a shield. Who doesn't? If he has a shield on him, you never know. But those axiom bolts still hurt, so watch out for him. They're just so annoying. There. That should speed this one along nicely. Now once he goes down, depending on the number of goblins that are down, you're going to also have some minotaurs that start to show up. So make sure you get your rockets reloaded. You're going to want those to go down quickly. And if you hear that taken noise spawning in, that's actually them coming in. They're going to come from the right. So watch for those. And really try and keep that damage on that Centurion as quick as you can. If he goes down quick, that's going to help you get that shield off of him. Come on now. So barely alive right now. Trying to just take out those goblins so they can't shield everything. Just keep firing back there, honestly, at this point. Try not to rocket that, if possible. Careful you don't rocket yourself either. Minotaur's down. That's going to save me a lot. I think that Centurion's still up there. Nope, I think I blew through everything. Alright, sweet. That was a little more effective this time. See if you got any ammo. You're going to have a few guys over here. Some regular Psions. Just start picking them off. Of course, explosive rounds do wonders for that. If you can line them up. And apparently there is Larxus the Wolfbane. I don't even think I've seen him before. That's a new dude. That is like a big old named guy. Didn't even know he was part of this. I'm not entirely sure he normally is. I'd have to go back and check my last playthrough, but I don't think he was in there. Centurion is still up. Really? Well, you're fun. You have like a sliver of health. Just die. Just die. Thank you. Goodness. Rather persistent, aren't you? Grab some primary ammo, which hopefully some should have dropped, and we'll get to the last section. All you guys watching me out there on Twitch, thanks for tuning in. You can check out my other videos on youtube.com/Ebontis. If you're checking this out on YouTube, check out twitch.tv/Ebontis. I'm usually in either place on a Tuesday, so I go to work at least. Taken, of course, always fun. Now, as they're going to be fighting the Cabal out there, you can't actually use that to your advantage. Especially the Centurion, who's always just annoying. He's a red one, but if you can take him out, there we go. He's going to be your most annoying. After that, the rest of the guys are kind of gravy. You're going to have a few more running around. I would skip this. I would get by this section quickly if you can. You're going to have a Centurion down below. I don't like to waste my time with Centurions. I just like to blow them away with a rocket, if at all ever possible. So make sure you're reloaded. I got sniper ammo down below. I'll use that in case I run out of primary more than anything. 16 minutes for the boss room, so here we go. Now, you can pop a bubble, probably go like Saint 14, and then go pretty ham on the first one over here on the right. This is going to be Arc. Apparently Solar is going to be middle, and then Arc is left. I can actually shoot them right now. I shot something. I probably shot a box. I was like, what did I damage? And again, they're all going to hide, but you're going to have some ads coming in. So, before you go worrying too much about the ads, you're also going to have these guys coming in. So at this point, you're going to have some coming behind where I was, and then some coming from the door. So you're over here, you can kind of isolate these guys, start picking them off. They're mostly just Legionnaires. Honestly, they're not too shabby. If you want to go a little more, if you want to take them out a little quicker, go a little ham with some power. If he comes in my bubble, he's going to die anyway, so that's fine. Not how I wanted to use my bubble, but, you know, I'd rather survive. Now, out in the middle, you're going to have some enemies. Usually at least one Centurion out there, if I could find him. I'd like to take him out with my bubble if possible. That was fairly effective. Centurion down. Phalanx almost down. A few Scions. You've got the 3 over here. Now, there's a couple different ways to go at these. What I like to do is actually pull them over to the right, and I'll show you why. And once you do enough damage to the ads out in the middle, you're going to have a few more enemies that spawn. Some from behind you, some from the other side. Maybe it sometimes depends, because I'm usually standing... Nope, they're right here. Yep, you're going to have a few more ads that spawn in. I think those other ones were a little slow to come up the ramp to me. So make sure you're square on all the Legionnaires. What's up, dude? Gold is apparently 43,000, in case you were wondering. I'm not saying you were, but it's usually pretty good. Then over here, we can work on taking out the first guy. Now, what you need to do to pull them all over here is pretty much do some damage. The Void one's going to be first. He's going to come over here. Or not. I may have shifted the order, so now I've got Arc first, which is fine. And this one's going to sit right here. And you can sit here if you're crouched behind this wall and just do your work to him as much as you need to. Keep some damage going on him so you can keep that shield lowered down. Now, once that shield is down, then you just start popping him in the head. If he peeks his head out, he should peek his head out a little quicker than that, usually. If you can stagger him like that, it works. And then wait for him to peek his head out again. But you just want to keep doing damage to him, whether it's peeking his head out or when he pops out so his shield stays down. Those work pretty well for those times. And again, just reload when he pops behind is a good time for you to reload, so you can get that chance to get those shots on him. If you get those shots on him pretty quick, at least enough to stagger with small arms, so it shouldn't be all too hard, should be able to take him out without you really having too much damage to take as well. Again, reloading always a good time when he pops behind cover. And this one should go pretty quick. Just like my Hung Jury More, just fires just enough faster that I do enjoy it more instead of my Cosita. It's just too slow. Well, that's just a preference. So he is down. Did get a heavy ammo box in the back, which is nice. But also, some of the guys are going to shift around, but you're going to have more ads coming in. So, it's a good time to pull in the back. I got the heavy, so I did want to grab that. You're going to have some Centurions to take out, especially a big old ugly one. These guys down below shouldn't be all too difficult. You can take out this Centurion. Again, just look for those headshots. Watch the ship when they come in. That's going to be the ugly part. And then just start looking for the Scions as they run around. You're going to have the enemies in the back. You can drop the Scions. Centurion's not so bad. Just try and get an eye on them. Sometimes they're just hard to find a shot on. Now, if they're going to walk to you with your scout rifle, you know, just pick them off quick. They go down pretty quickly with small arms. Usually more than one of them, though. And we've also got some phalanx in the back here that are trying to hide, but I can still see you. Yep, you. Gotcha. And you're going to have a few down below, so just be careful. You're probably not completely done. Look down below. Gonna get a grenade on him. Get a little work done. And then from here, it looks like I've got one more Centurion. If he's going to sit out in the middle, that works a little better so I can get him before he hides, because they love to hide. And sounds like I've still got one guy down below me. I want to try and get the Centurion exposed again. Now, again, if you really want to take him out, that does work pretty well. Obviously. Try and find the few Psion stragglers that are around. The ads are going to be annoying when you go to try and do damage to one of the mini-bosses. So try and find all of those that you can. Looks like I've got a round 2 of ads down below me, so watch for those. Again, regular Centurions are not too bad once you drop their shields. As long as you got some type of decent scout. There, I wanted the Centurion down, didn't care about the other guy. Phalanx can wait. He's definitely coming up, though. It is on Berserk, so they're not going to flinch much. Just remember that. Now, when wave 2 of ads comes in, you're going to have one of the bigger guys coming down. This, well, there's usually a major that comes down as well. No, don't reload. Are you kidding me? It's about the worst time I could have reloaded right there. Dude has, like, literally no health. And he's going to have a whole shield next time I see him. Well, that's fine. So if you want to come up, get a little aggressive, try and find your Centurion. Or if you just want to try and finish him off quickly with a rocket, that'll work too. I could just find him, though. He has like the perfect weasel spot, right? That ought to do it. I feel like I've got, yeah, one straggler dude down here. See if you have any primary ammo, because you are going to need some of that. Which is good. I got some. Now you've got your ads. So, over here, I don't know if I've got Void, but I've got a whole lot of stuff I can't really see through. So at this point, you're going to have the same principle. Just try and get these guys as they peek out. But you're also going to have one on the other side. So what I like to do is actually pull them across to this side. Because you can control this part of the fight a little better. Now if the Void one still comes over here, I guess he is going to be number 2. Alright, so Void is going to be tucked in this little corner right here. You should be able to get some damage on his shield. Try and get him to peek out. That shield is almost down, which is good. Once that shield is down, same principle as last time. Just duck down so you don't take any extra damage. And then just make sure you can keep tagging that head to tag him when he's hiding. Same principle. Reload when he's hiding, so you can keep those shots going. And again, this is not the speed crazy method. This is the conservative I'm going to survive method. And again, if you just have a primary, haven't done any swords, anything like that, this is just making sure you got some work done continually with a primary weapon, whatever you like using. Not really, just whatever you prefer. And again, if you're reloading, try and get some of that damage with a grenade if you can, if you're worried about that shield popping back up. This is not the most exhilarating strike, I can tell you that. So it's like there's a balance. There's like a strike like this, and then you've got a strike like, what would be the insanity? Wretched Eye, where you literally cannot stop moving the entire freaking time, as opposed to this one's about just, you know, patience and timing. 8 minutes to go, should be fine. It's kind of a toss-up. Like Wretched Eye, total insanity. Last week was nuts. Even with a Bubble Titan on Daybreak, I barely survived that thing. So it's like, that seemed ridiculous to me. I mean, you can do it on a Hunter. I saw Esoteric do it. I haven't done it on a Hunter yet, but that invisibility gives you at least enough of a break so you don't continually take shots. But it's like if you're trying to solo something, which I know you shouldn't really be soloing some of this stuff, but, you know, you can't tell me what to do, buddy. Keep that grenade damage going. Almost done with this guy. Should have plenty of time on the last one, 7 minutes. If anything, just blow a heavy synth, use some rockets, and you should be able to finish off the last guys. You're going to have some Colossus that come in. Those get to be fun. Alright, round 2 is down. Now, unfortunately, there's a heavy box back there, but it's in, like, the worst possible spot. If they're going to put a heavy box, make it somewhere you can actually get to it, because that ship coming in is just going to wreck your face. And it's just like, that's mean. Heavy synth. Probably should have fired my other rocket, but that's okay. Ship coming in, ads coming in. You're going to have plenty. Now, once those guys are in, you're going to see plenty that drop down. The Colossus are coming. Those guys are going to be fun, but if you can take those guys out with your primary, that'll save you rocket ammo for things like the big Centurions. But again, the Colossus, they're not too bad, especially with something like triple tap. Look at that, quick and easy and done. Watch for the Psions. Look for Colossus number 2 out in the middle. Now, depending on how this goes, you can sometimes actually get the last Psion to just stand in the middle. So take out the Colossus, so you're not going to get worked by those. You're getting worked by something, though. Not entirely sure what. I guess it could be the Colossus. Alright, he's down, so that should save me a little bit of annoyance. Now, solar guy there. Sometimes you'll be able to do what you need to do. Now, again, sometimes he'll just get in the middle and stand there. Sometimes you won't. You can usually get him to basically kind of freak out. Finish him off. Because once the ads are in, you're pretty much good to go. Wait for this dude. Looks like we got... Is that Solar Boy in the back? Yep, that's big. That's Solar Boy. Now, sometimes it will just weirdly glitch. So, like, as you can see, I'm just working him right now. He's not doing a whole lot of movement, not dodging much, and I can just sit here and pump damage into him. Sometimes he'll do it here. Sometimes he'll do it right to the right of the containers. But I'm almost going to finish him off without hardly trying, honestly. And if you get that lucky glitch, just keep firing. Like, don't worry about too much else. You can have some ads coming up, but if you can finish him off, done.
Nice work. I'll let the
And unfortunately, you cannot use... There you go. Strike Elite, Gold, Indestructible, all that good stuff. Sunrise and everything. I think I had Sunrise already done from last week and didn't turn it in. But that's a wrap, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Pretty general strat, pretty straightforward. If you want to do the sword strat, you probably can only do it on one of them. You probably can't, wipe out all three just due to the shield resistance. Other than that, and heavies unfortunately are going to do less damage just because it's small arms, so keep that in mind as well. But let's see what I get for a reward. La la la. Ooh, a mark. Wonderful. Alright guys, well thank you for tuning in. That's your pretty general safe strat for the Nightfall this week. If you use like a bubble for a Titan and you want to go sword on one of them, that'll speed it up a little bit. Just find a good scout rifle that you want to use. Galahorn's going to help. Solar's going to help towards the end because it's mostly solar shields, but Take can have arc shields as well. So you really don't need a whole lot of void in this one, I guess, if you're going to go for picking your poison. But outside of that, guys, thank you for tuning in. If you enjoyed the video, drop a like below. Subscribe to the channel. I will keep the content coming your way. My Destiny 2 stuff will be coming. I've been goofing around with PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, so if you haven't heard of that, check it out, and I will show you guys that one soon as well. Otherwise, I will talk to you guys soon. If you're still on Twitch, stay there, and I'll check with you guys. Have a good one on YouTube. See you soon.